Happy Dilla Day 2023. It's your man JFilt. We're going to talk about filtering, man. 7 types of way that you can do it. So let's get into it. I want you guys to pay attention to this joint, man. It's off the Motor City album. And I'm just going to play a little bit, and I might even change the pitch of it. So this won't be the real pitch, but we'll just play just a tiny bit of it. All right, here you go. Pay attention to the keyboard. One of my favorite Dilla beats, man. Crazy. All right, so check it out. I'm going to play this little keyboard progression right here, and it goes something like this. Right? So if you don't know how to play the keyboard, that's all good. You can just sample whatever, get you piano loops, Rhodes loops, whatever, and I have them for you. Link down below. Trust me. Or give you an alternative. If you happen to use Logic or anything similar, you can use something called Chord Trigger. It has chords already built in for you, and that's exactly what I did with this beat. Right? So I went to this jazz ballad left hand, and this is not what this is about. I'm just showing you how I got these chords. Right? Some jazz chords. So I just picked some random chords out of this and just sequenced it in there. That's all I did. So that's all it is. So you could do the same thing. Let's move on to these filters. I'm going to show you the first way. Use an auto filter. Now, if you don't have Logic, I'm sure you could use these same concepts on whatever you use. You know, a lot of these DAWs have the same stuff. Auto filter. Listen to what that sounds like with this guy. And I'm going to show you the exact settings. This already is crazy, man. Notice these settings. So I have the cutoff at 30, and you can copy these exact settings if you want to, man. Resonance at 55. A lot of the stuff I will look for a preset and then just kind of tweak it and make it my own. So I call this the wah J filter. So that's pretty much it. Make sure to adjust the attack as well, because that's going to help that wah sound. See what I'm saying? Versus this. You won't really get it. You won't get it like this. You gotta have it like, hear the difference? So that's the first way. Okay, now let's talk about another way. Use a fuzz-wah. This happens to be a stock plug. Most of the stuff I'm gonna go over is stock plugins within Logic. But like I said, if you don't have Logic, it's all good. You have something similar. I bet you do. Fuzz-wah, which is usually used for something like a guitar or a clavinet. So check this out. Without it, with it. So again, with this, you have extra fuzz, you have compression, you can, adjust all the settings to what you want. This is what I have, and I call it Dirty Wah J filter because it has some dirt to it, and I can even add a little bit more if I wanted to. Again, I adjusted the attack. See that? And I should say, depending on the velocity on when you play the chords will kind of affect the wah sound or the filter. So if you was to play at a real loud level, it would, of course, affect the filters level. Let's move on to the next thing. Just want to interrupt real quick. If you are enjoying this J Dilla style tutorial, I have a whole playlist. I will leave a link down below. Back to the video. Phat effects. This is without it. With it. Now this one adds extra movement to it. As you can see, I call this a quarter J filter because it's moving at quarter notes. You can see this filter is just moving at quarter notes. So if I turn this metronome on, you can hear 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? That's how it's moving. And again, you can copy these settings if you want to. So that's the third way. Let me show you the fourth way. So the fourth way is using the Filter MS. This is a plugin that I bought it. Well, actually, when I got it, it was free. Now you have to buy it. I'm sorry. But I will leave a link if you are interested in this. And it's very, very sick to me. The Filter MS-20 by Arturia. This is not sponsored. I'm just sharing information. Once again, without it. And with it. And I like this because you have even more parameters that you can kind of tweak the way that you want. I love this advanced part right here where you can get into the function generator and do all. And this is not a tutorial on this plugin, but I'm just showing y'all what I use. What I like about this is the high pass and the low pass filters, the cutoff, along with this distortion. This is a very dope plugin, man. I'm just saying, all these presets. So that's just another alternative. Moving on, number 5, Flux Mini. Now at the time this was free as well. This might still be free. I believe there's a Flux Mini 2. This was the first one. Without it. With it. I just like the sound of it, man. I love that resonance. And of course, everything is adjustable, man. The common denominator, if you haven't noticed, is the wah sound and the attack. That's where the filter really kicks in. See? So I'm just showing y'all different ways that you can do it. All right, number 6, remix. If you follow my channel, you know I use this all the time. This is a stock plugin within Logic. And what I love about this is I like to use this in real-time automation. So as it's going, I will use one of these effects. And for example, I could use the wobble effect. So I'm doing that with my mouse right now. It's automating. Last but not least, to me, the best sounding one, man. And that's using a pedal board, a guitar pedal board. Do not sleep on using these pedal boards. I'm using what's called autofunk. This is without it and with it. And the reason why I like this so much is because the tad bit of distortion already in it, the cutoff, the sensitivity, it all depends on how you play it. So I can adjust the sensitivity of how it's affected. See it like that. And then also, I love the high cuts and the low. See, I will keep it on this low tap right here. Definitely keep it on low pass. Just to put this in context, I'm going to play this with some drums and also a bass line that I made. Shameless plug, Filt Loops Volume 8. You need to pick it up if you don't have it. Now, here's everything together. Here we go. Love that, man. So there you have it, man. Just take you some simple chords, wherever you get your chords from. That's up to you. Like I said, I got some for you if you want to support your homie, or just grab your own, man. Just make your own, build your own. I just showed you how you could do it in Logic. We got the auto filter, the fuzz-wah, the phat effects, the Filter MS-20, the Flux Mini remix, and the pedal board. And there's a lot of other ways that you can do it too. I'm just showing y'all 7. You know, especially if you decide to use outboard gears, really sound good on the SP303 or the SP202. Ooh. So anyway, the technique again is to use some type of filter and make sure the attack is slightly adjusted so the chord doesn't come in too fast. So you want it to kind of rev into it. That's the technique. I hope that was helpful. It's your man JFilt. I'm sending peace and positive energy. Yeah.